Hello friends, I'm Tim Wildsmith, and this is the King James Version Concord Reference Edition from Cambridge Bibles. So I have recently been doing a lot of studying, research, reading about the history of the Bible and just reading more about how the Bible came to be, and particularly the King James Version because it has such a huge place in the history of the Bible. And so I've been wanting to get some really cool editions of the KJV and just see what's out there. And one day I was on evangelicalbible.com, which if you haven't visited that website, you should. They just sell tons of really awesome Bibles, and they have an entire page dedicated to the KJV Concord from Cambridge, and they spoke so highly of it that I was like, I need to buy one of these. And I actually found it on sale at Amazon and got a really great deal on this Bible. Speaking of Evangelical Bible, they actually just did an exclusive edition of the Concord in their marbled mahogany calfskin, which looks really fantastic. So I'll put a link down below to where you can check that out. But anyway, I got this Bible and I've been kind of using it as I study the KJV and study about the KJV. And so really great Bible, and I'm excited to show it to you. Let's take a look. Okay, here's the standard clamshell box from Cambridge, the KJV Concord reference. This is the black goatskin leather edged lined red letter edition. So they make this Bible in a red letter edition, they make it in a black letter edition, and then they also have calf split. And as I mentioned a minute ago, there also is an exclusive edition from Evangelical Bible, which is the marbled mahogany calfskin. If you want to check that out, I have a video review of the ESV Quintel from Schuyler in that. There's the back. I'll put links to all these different Bibles below. And then here's the Bible, just really, really classic, lovely goatskin, very floppy. It comes with your card about edgeline Bibles, as well as your Cambridge Bibles, 4 Centuries of Craftsmanship cards. Really great. It's like a firm but very floppy goatskin. Great texture. Holy Bible on the cover. You do get red under gold art gilding, which looks great. They're known for these shiny kind of liners that are inside. I'm not crazy about that, but they feel really, really good. On the side there, they're not raised hubs. I mean, they are, but they're more tooled. You can feel them there. Holy Bible, King James Version, red letter edition, and then the Cambridge logo. So the Concord is a really great size. It is 5.5 inches wide, 8 1/4 inches tall. So it's mid-size, but it's a small mid-size. It feels really great. This one is about 1 3/8 inches thick. So it feels really good. It's just a really great overall size. Get in here, you get the really beautiful Cambridge presentation pages and family records. Very clean. There's your title page, the Holy Bible. This Concord is from the 1950s, and they've kind of just carried it forward. It looks really great. There's your copyright page. French paper, printed and bound in the Netherlands by Royal Youngblood. So this is a vintage typesetting from the 1950s. It's been printed on, really great. I'm going to make this note in here. It says right there that it's printed in Times semi-bold at an 8-point font. Really, really gorgeous. Kind of what this Bible is known for. You get the translator's preface, which is really famous for the King James Version. If you've never read this, I encourage you to read it. It's really interesting, kind of the thought and the heart that went into the King James Version. If you've not read about the history of the KJV, this is a great place to start, but there's also some great books out there, some great podcasts and things like that. And then we get into the text. So this Bible wants to lay pretty flat right at the beginning. It is a 2-column text with center column cross-references. The verses are in bold in the center. I really like that. Just kind of see that page. Verse by verse, paragraph markers, pronunciation marks in those words. Do you see how crisp and clean that is for an 8-point font? If I put this back down here and I'm looking at it, it leaps off the page. They don't tell us what exactly the GSM is. That's kind of something that Cambridge doesn't really promote that much, but I've seen other people say that it's about a 30, and there's very light ghosting, but not much at all. This is, since it's from the 1950s, line matching wasn't even a thing back then, so it's not line matched, but man, it looks really good, and it's easy to read. It's that Times semi-bold font that everybody says makes this a really great, comfortable read. And it does. It looks really, really great. If you're looking for just like a simple, straightforward, that's what this is. There's nothing super flashy about it. It's just well done. That's why it's kind of stood the test of time. Cross references again in the center column, separated by these lines. Looks really good. You see that they space them out, which is nice. Get into the New Testament, you see it's a red letter text, and man, it's a really good red letter. Easy to read, pops off the page in that Times semi-bold font. I'm not a huge red letter fan. I got this one because it was on the super sale, and I'm really impressed with this. It's not annoying red. It really pops, and it makes these verse by verse even easier to read. One of the other cool things about the Concord is what you get in the back of it. So let me get back here to the end. And at the end of Revelation, it's not, you saw the concordance there for a second. It's not just a concordance. It starts with a glossary, a short glossary of biblical usage. It sounds so quaint and appropriate. My eyes went to hunger bitten. It means famished. Look at that. So we got a glossary, short glossary. It is short. Then you get to your concordance. Great concordance, easy to read. It might be a hair smaller than the biblical text, but maybe not. It's really, really great with bold word titles. Then, and it's a big concordance. And then, keep going. Then you get a Bible dictionary. So you get a glossary, you get a concordance, and you get a Bible dictionary in the Concord. Fantastic. Looks great. Easy to read. So this is a great Bible to study out of because you have all these different features that you can flip back here and kind of get lost in. Honestly, it's just a lot of great stuff. And what I find fascinating is just going and picking things you're familiar with and reading the dictionary entry from the 1950s. I mean, it's just very interesting. Okay, I'm going to get to the back here just so you see, yes, we do get the famous Cambridge Bible maps. And yes, they are on lovely, textured, not glossy, maybe slightly thicker, but not much. And they look fantastic. Can we just celebrate the Cambridge maps? Schuyler does a great job with maps. Cambridge does a great job with maps. At the end of this Bible, you get a few sheets of blank paper. Actually, no, you don't. Just cardstock. Just a couple pieces of cardstock before you get back to the liner. I mean, you can see why people rave about this Bible, why evangelicalbible.com has a whole page dedicated to it, why they did an exclusive edition. It's just classic. Looks great, feels great, easy to read, really, really lovely size. All in all, if you're looking for a great KJV, kind of what I've been thinking about is I need to find one really, really solid KJV. So I'm looking at a few of the nicer ones from Schuyler and Cambridge, Allen, and this one is definitely a contender for the Lifetime KJV Award. Looks really great. So there you have it. It's the King James Version Concord Reference Edition from Cambridge Bibles. As you can see, really well done, simple, clean, straightforward, but just a really great overall Bible. If you're looking for a KJV, I'll put some links below to where you can check this one out, see how much it costs and things like that. As always, I'll put a link to BibleReviewBlog.com where you can read a full write-up of this Bible, see more great photos of it. And while you're here on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind liking this video and subscribing to my channel, that would be awesome. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.